Hello everyone, it's Blake with Battle Tested, and I just realized I am wearing Montevallo hat and Montevallo shirt, so go Falcons. This is story time number 30, A Flight Attendant. I'm in Florida right now. I came down yesterday to meet up with my family for spring break, so we're getting to enjoy some nicer weather, but obviously on the flight yesterday there were flight attendants, and one of those flight attendants, her actions inspired this story. I'm sitting about halfway back in the plane on the aisle, and I looking forward, and I see a flight attendant go into one of the overhead bins near the front of the cabin. She opens it, gets a bag out, and she starts to turn to walk back to the front of the plane, and she just kind of takes her hand and pushes the bin closed. So she thought. She turned and walked away. Well, the bin didn't close. There was looked like maybe someone part of someone's bag, a shoulder carrier or something was keeping it from closing all the way. She didn't see that, so she assumed she closed it and she walked away. And about 2 minutes go by, I'm watching, and nobody gets up to close it for her. So eventually she turns and she looks down the aisle and she sees this bin is open. So she goes back to it again and once again takes that hand, just kind of pushes for it to close, doesn't look at the result of her effort, and she turns back to the front of the plane again to start continuing the conversations with her coworkers. So again, the bin doesn't close. It's open there again. And about another 2 minutes go by, and she looks, and I can see, like, oh, I can't believe this bin is. What's wrong with this bin? And she goes back to it. And this time, puts two hands on it. She sees this little shoulder strap hanging down, so she sticks that in the bin, and now she pushes it closed and holds there for a second to make sure it is. Okay, it's good. Now she walks away. She was finally successful on the third attempt to get it right. And I guess small things strike me sometimes, but in that moment I just think about how many times have I in my life given something maybe a half effort, expecting a certain result, and then the result didn't come because I didn't give it a great effort. I didn't give it my best shot. And it also made me think that sometimes we do the same actions over and over again, hoping for a certain result, expecting a certain result, but the result doesn't come. And that maybe perhaps we need to consider that I need to do something different to be something different. If I really want different results, maybe I need to think outside the box and think about what could I do differently. It reminds me of my father-in-law, who I love. Pops used to walk around the neighborhood all the time. Ever since I knew the man, he would just walk around the neighborhood, and that was his form of exercise, walking around the neighborhood. And his body was so used to walking these miles around the neighborhood that it did him no good. There was no outward thing that we could see that said, "Oh yeah, you're dropping the pounds now, Pops." No, you're doing the same thing. Your body's so used to it, the results aren't coming that you want. So why continue to do that same old thing and expect different results? So there may be times for you and I that we just got to press in harder, give greater effort. We're doing the right things. We just got to do them with greater effort. And then there might be times we need to sit back and think, you know what, maybe I need to try something different. Maybe I've been trying to lose this weight for so long, or get rid of that vice that I have, or to be the starting shortstop on that team that I desire to be. And I've been doing these things the same way for so long, but they're just not helping me get there. Maybe I've got to do something different in order to accomplish it. Would you be willing to consider that? I know I am this week. And if you're on spring break, I hope you have a great one. Safe travels. Have a great week.